or descriptions of the Kelly-Hopkinsville goblins, which were green and gobbly. But it's still kind of frightening what he's describing.
When is this from?
This is from June 2012.
Okay.
The person in charge has no idea who this mutual friend is. And neither do any of his own investigating partners. A bit of Googling provides one source for the name Terry R. Waits, a pseudonym used by ex-military CODIS and interviewed in two rather obscure books printed in the mid-90s. The Secret Cipher of the UFO and The Secret Rituals of the Men in Black. These particular books about as friends as you can get when it comes to ufology, with instructions on contacting ultra-terrestrials via occult rituals supposedly deciphered by Aleister Crowley himself. Yeah, that's the only... Because the person doesn't know who this mutual friend is. And he's receiving these emails. So he's still a little skeptical. So he ends up sending another emails like, hey, can you have pictures of this? So he ends up sending him... he's giving an update when it happens. Let me read it real quickly. The person sending the emails, my apologies for the time it has taken me to reply to your previous emails. The situation in my home become unbearable, and we chose to stay with my family out of state until the appropriate situation can be reached. I'm at my wit's end. This afternoon, my brother-in-law and I traveled back to the house for the first time in over a month, as I needed to check on the security of my property and gather some belongings. The house seems relatively untouched, leading me to believe the creature's motives were driven by the presence of my family. As requested, I brought a camera back to the property for the purpose of photographing evidence. While my home was free from tampering, I was able to find a trail of prints that matched the size and shape of those previously left by the creatures on my property. The prints lead to the woods behind my house, following a stream that runs near the mine. My brother-in-law, avid sportsman, cannot identify the tracks despite his skepticism. Perhaps you know of someone better suited to identify these prints. I'll be spending the next 2 nights in my home and will send more images should the property since the opportunity presents itself. I'm looking forward to your thoughts. He takes pictures of them. These pictures look fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
3-toed web in they're in the website weekendweird.com, not weekend, weekendweird.com.
They're more regular 9 to 5 out.
Yeah, they're 9 to 5. We only work on weekends. So let's go to the final email, because the guy only sent 4 emails. The creatures came out of the woods late last evening. I was having closed photographs taken to the best of my abilities given the situation. I've also enclosed photographs of the creature's footprints along with a measuring stick. My brother-in-law is not as skeptical as he was when he arrived and will be leaving before dark this evening. We look forward to hearing you back. He takes more pictures, and attached are pictures of supposedly these goblins. Are you looking at them?
I am.
They look weird.
So...
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, neither do I.
And after that, it goes dead. There's no more emails. For years. There's nothing. And the one of the guys that or the creators of Heller, the
documentary?
the documentary YouTube show, was like still curious about this. So they go down to Heller to try to find out where this guy particularly stayed. And they had a hard time trying to find it. They think they know where this guy and his family stayed, but they're not sure, because after that last final email, these pictures, it just went dead.
So was it an elaborate hoax?
Well, the police confirmed the fact that there was some reports of it. Let me see here. They confirmed the fact that there was some reports made. The police in Heller, and they had some evidence of it, but they don't have a name of this David. David never emailed again, whether because our contact with the police had somehow gotten back to him. He got tired of perpetuating a hoax, so he was silenced by someone or something. David disappeared or eventually hit a dead end. Then a year later, they received a strange message from this Terry Wentz guy. It only consists 2 sentences. Why did you stop when you were so close? I have something for you in 1 week. The person who received the email was like, who is this? The question went unanswered. Then 1 week later, a second email arrived. Hello was just a symptom. The ink and black are isolated still in third order MIA. Bear in mind, for every door closed, a window must be open. The door is closed, the window is open. Use the numbers? Yeah, that's a stupid fucking message. And it had an attachment to it. The file was an image would look like an old piece of paper with a string of 16 scribbled numbers on it. The writing was in pencil and it looked old. Also presented was a black 31, the characters of SLUF or 5LUF. It happens to be KA5. In other words, complete gibberish.
Yeah.
And
so it kind of
like
goes cold there after a while, huh?
Yeah, and it's like old letters and photos of like old like brown mountain lights and stuff, and then it's like an alien mummy theory. There's a photo of an alien mummy, and they talk about the alien caves of Brown Mountain, which are in North Carolina. Is supposedly like this Terry Wentz guy had been contacted by the Men in Black. So he brings the Men in Black. I don't know if this was yeah, I mean the description like goes to the description of these creatures that this guy sent is not they don't look anything like the Hopkinsville incident. But apparently there's been more incidents of people saying they've seen strange creatures around the area. And supposedly there is a line that is drawn, some sort of plate line that is drawn from Kelly-Hopkinsville to Bell, Tennessee, all the way to Point Pleasant, West Virginia. So Point Pleasant, West Virginia is the sighting of the Mothman. Bell, Tennessee is the folklore of the Bell Witch, which we'll get to in a future episode of Weekend Weird. And Kelly, Kentucky is the Hopkinsville Goblins. And it's this weird like type line that someone drew. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's fucking weird. And like there's maps of U.S. cave systems, and a lot of them are clustered around the Indiana, Tennessee, West Virginia, Virginia line. Like it's almost like it's like Hopkinsville and Pine County and the Brown Mountains, where they say that other creatures will come out of, and supposedly these lights in Brown Mountain are all like somewhat connected, and that's when people are saying that the Hopkinsville incident is connected to the Pine County incident. So, yeah, this is a weird.
I can't believe these fools from weekendweird.com actually went down into the mine shaft.
Yeah, supposedly. Well, one mine shaft, yeah.
Yeah, in 2012.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Not even just for aliens. I just wouldn't go down an old abandoned mine shaft.
Yeah, me either.
It's pretty dangerous in some parts.
Exactly.
Weird.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
it is weird that you have these people that say that there's some sort of creatures coming out of the caves in that area of the country. With this story and even watching the documentary, it's fascinating, but I don't know if this is connected to Kelly-Hopkinsville. I highly doubt it's connected to Kelly-Hopkinsville, because that was a story that still have a hard time explaining, and people try to write it off. It's like, no, you can't write this off. You get everything that you come up with to say that this is it does not fit that case. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it is goblins from another universe. I'm not saying it is goblins from caves and experiments being done by the United States government, but I'm saying that this family's terror was real. Something scared them, and they did not know what it was. If it was monkeys, they would have known it was monkeys. And they would have seen dead monkeys. It was birds, owls, something indigenous to the area. They wouldn't know what it was. And there would be dead bodies because they were shooting at them. Something scared that family. Now, these letters, I don't know. Especially when there were only 4 emails, and then it goes cold. I don't know if there's a hoax or not or whatever, because no one can find out who this person is. We need to find who this David person is and really start interrogating what this person, is this a hoax or not? I don't know if this is connected to the Hopkinsville. It's a strange coincidence.
I mean, it could be a hoax, but the fact that there is police reporting that this incident was reported to them and they did a very minor investigation,
right?
You know, someone would have to be pretty committed to the hoax to get the police involved, because you know there are repercussions to wasting police time.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure if I doubt that the person that made these claims or the person that contacted the police didn't experience something. It sounds like they did, but we just simply are going off of their version of events.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm. And
you know, what if it's something a lot more simpler than that? What if the guy bought the house and there's some issues with the property, something, you know, that was going to cost too much money to fix or whatever, and he made up this incident to maybe, I don't know, to be able to get rid of the property.
He went to a very elaborate hoax to go through to get rid of the property. I'm just saying,
people do all types of weird things to claim insurance fraud and things like this, you know?
Right, true. Could be like the Anthony Hill horror case, but that was a little bit more simpler. This is another topic we get into later on Weekend Weird. I don't know. It's weird. It is weird that whole line going from Kelly through Bell, Tennessee to Point Pleasant. That's another weird thing. I don't know. When we get through the Bell, even in Bell, Tennessee, they have a cave out there too. Mm-hmm. But they say they call it the Bell Witch Cave, that they say weird things have happened in there. I don't know. And then you have this. I don't know, but we'll get to the Bell Witch case later on at a future date soon. So.
All right, anything else to add to this one?
I don't know. It's a really weird case. I do recommend people going to watch the Heller documentary on YouTube. Watch both seasons of it. It's fascinating. It's scary. It's a lot better than other like ghost documentaries or like UFO hunters or stuff like that. This one it's a very good documentary. I recommend people watching it. So. Cool. Yeah. So that's it.
I mean, you've convinced me. I'm gonna watch it. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is. I was like, maybe we should take a nice little road trip down there. I was like, No, we get woken up in the middle of the night. So